Warm good evening, everyone. So myself Vasan, I'm a cybersecurity analyst at BCBUZZ Technology. So this is my company profile and this is my LinkedIn profile. So today our session is about automated WordPress testing using OpenVAS and Nessus. So you all know about the WordPress. The sessions all taken by our teammates, and what is meant by WordPress sites, and WordPress architecture, everything, and how to create the WordPress. So here our session is about automated WordPress testing using OpenVAS and Nessus. The OpenVAS and Nessus are the most powerful tool used by the pen testers. So there is hybrid option in OpenVAS and Nessus for scanning for web application and websites and mobile APIs, network, etc. So here we choose that automated WordPress using OpenVAS and Nessus. So our agenda is that. So introduction to Nessus and OpenVAS. So why we choose Nessus and OpenVAS, and what are the common vulnerabilities in normal site and in the WordPress site, and how to install the Nessus essentials and OpenVAS, and the setup and configurations, performing scanning for finding the vulnerabilities of our target. So after completing the scanning, the report generation by the tool, and analyzing the vulnerabilities, identifying the common vulnerabilities in the WordPress site, and finally the QA session. So let's dive into our session, Nessus and OpenVAS. So Nessus is a comprehensive tool. It supported commercial and premium and essential. So essential for the students, the beginners, and the startups use it. The Nessus essential. It is free, but the limited source only available in the Nessus essential. When it comes to premium commercial, we can access more vast thing in that. So the user interface compared to OpenVAS very easy in Nessus, and we can scan quick using the Nessus, and so limited focus only the web application, strongly focus on the network vulnerabilities. So when it comes to OpenVAS, so OpenVAS is fully open source, and it's a community driven updates. So it is good for network plus basic web scanning. So in Nessus, it covers web application testing, but it focus mainly the network vulnerabilities. But when it comes to OpenVAS, it supports for network and also web scanning. But compared to Nessus, it take much time. It is because it's set of configurations and default data for scanning are more vast, so it took some times, so it is slower, but it's detailed report, it give detailed report compared to Nessus. So normal website vulnerabilities. So you know about the common vulnerabilities and the XSS and the cross-site scripting and the coding error by the developers when develop the sites, and the input validation, input sanitization, everything, and the logic flaws lead to broken business logic implementation. It's all common. So when it comes to WordPress vulnerabilities, the major focus is about the plugins, the versions, the current versions. So plugin issues, the vulnerabilities when insecure or outdated plugins used in the WordPress site, and weak credentials, easy passwords, and login flaws, and the XML RPC attacks. So remote procedure call exploits, and common in both the normal sites and WordPress sites, the SQL injection and the XSS attack. So let me start about the installation of Nessus. So first you have to download the Nessus package in the official page, Tenable Nessus. So you can use the first link. So you can see here the Nessus. I am used the Kali Linux as main machine. So this is the Nessus updated version. So Linux Ubuntu AMD 64. This is for my OS. For your suitable OS, you choose to based on your OS and just click download, and it asks the terms and conditions. Just give I agree. So it's the download. So what next? You have to register for the tenable Nessus essential. If you need whatever the things, you have to register. So see here, one thing in the Nessus, we can't use our normal mail ID, usual mail ID. We have to give our office ID, or for the beginner students, you can use your college ID. They access college ID also. So here choose the first link. So it will be open. Give your name and your business mail or your college mail. Just click get started. So after done this, the activation code will be sent to your mail. Just go to your mailbox, and like this, the activation code will be sent by the sustainable. You just copy this code. So after that, go to the terminal. In terminal, start downloading. Whenever you are going to start downloading, just update your system by using the first command sudo apt update. After the sudo apt update, just give the second command sudo dpkg -i. I stands for install and nessus dot debian. So why I give these two? After the sudo apt update, you have to go to the particular directory, because you download the Nessus in the official website. In that will be in the downloads directory. So you have to change directory to downloads. Then you have to give the command sudo dpkg and the Nessus. So after the command, you can give the netstart antp to find your Nessus running local port. So I will show you, just see in practical. So the change directory to change directory to downloads. So you can see here, I downloaded Nessus, that folder in the directory downloads. So sudo dpkg you can give and give enter, and it asks password. So here you just first of all focus on the local host, uh, and also the state listen the local ports. So here some local port. So we mentioned that the localhost 8834. So in the listen state, there is no 8834. Open another tab. So use the sudo systemctl status SSD. So make sure the every tools the Nessus and Zap, um, OpenVAS in the terminal there is a different name. So for the Nessus D and Zap ZA proxy, and for the OpenVAS it's a GVM. So that way don't miss the D in the name. So here we can see the status of the Nessus. So the service in disable and also the state in inactive. So you have to give sudo systemctl enable Nessus D. Okay, then check the status. So you can see here the service enabled and still the state in inactive. It will running after you start the Nessus. So one thing. So after start, just go to the previous terminal. So you can see here in the listen state, the 8834, the Nessus run in the local host in the port 8834. So go to the browser. Just enter in the localhost IP 127.0.0.1 and the port 8834. So it will take some time. So I have entered the code, that way it took some time to launch. But if you are download first time, like this, first name and last name it will ask, you just skip this, and in here you have to give a register for Nessus Essential, and then you have noted and copied the, so you have copied the code which got in mail, just paste here, and the license information activation code. So the license information activation code is confirmed. After that, the initialization process takes some time. So the initialization process is done in my system. So when the first time you just give your own username and password, I choose the easy password and username, because running in localhost. So after entering into this is the dashboard of the Nessus tool. So here the option admin, you just click, and my account. In here you can enter the current password and you can change the new password. So after installing the Nessus, how to make a basic scan. So make sure that the plugins, the configuration of plugins takes sometimes here. The loading time will be show when it comes to the first installation. But I have already installed, that way there is no here. If you are the first time installation, the plugins configuration takes some time. So just wait, and after the completion of plugins update, you just start the scan. So here in the right side the corner, click the new scan, and you can see here in the Nessus n number of options for host discovery and ping on discovery, basic network scan, credentials, and dynamic scan, malware analysis scan. So here the mobile device scan also here, but in the upgrade, web publication test, credential patch audit, and also find AI cryptography inventory, and some others in the compliance, and it is in upgrade. So for the default automated scan, you just click the basic network scan. So after clicking the basic network scan, so you just give the name for your scan. I just give test scan. Description based on your thing. It's a automated scan. So scan my scan, and you have to enter the target of what you are going to scan. Not only the target, you can give a target IP and also the target URL. So like this you can give, or else you can if you want to scan multiple ports, multiple IP or a rangeable IP, you can I think you can be able to see. Okay, yeah, I think you can see. uh, Example 192 dot the IP range from one thing to another, and also the test.com. You can give target IP from ranges, and also you can give the target URL. Sorry, the new scan, basic network scan, the test scan, in description, automated scan. So I used the basic scan. That way I don't go to any deeper. So if you need for any specific plugins or credential, you can give, and also you can add files for the advanced scan. So here there is option for save, give direct launch. So launch anyway. Um, so make sure that in the Nessus Essential, you have only the limit for up to I think five to six scan. So within the five scan, you have used for only one in one ID. So if you need more scan, you have to go to professional, or you have to use another ID. So you can see here the setup and configuration also took some time, and also the for the scanning also takes some time. So after the scan, you have you can see here the updating vulnerabilities and gathered information step by step. But after the scan, so I have already done some scan, I show the reports. So see here, so after the scan, though the status will be shown as completed, and the where from I scan the local scanner, and the start date and end, and how long it took for the scan. So the severity will be shown up in 5 ways: the critical, high, medium, low, and the informational. So you just, this is the gathered vulnerabilities, just click it. So in this target, there is no critical, high, medium. It's only informational disclosure. So you just click on informational to see this. So the description also given by the tool, and the output and the port and the host name, everything given for the specific each and every gatherings. So I hosted my Metasploitable in VM and I scanned that. So here you can see the state completed, and you can see the informational 76 percentage, and the critical 5 percentage, high 3 percentage, and medium 10 percentage, and the low 6 percentage. Just click it. So yeah, the severity will be prioritized based on the critical and high, and the CVSS score also mentioned. So just click on vulnerability. So they give a description. The remote IRC server is version of unreachable with a backdoor that allows an attacker to execute arbitrary code on the affected host. So they give solution also. Re-download the software, verify it using the publish MD SHA-1 checksum, and reinstall it. So whenever come to the WordPress sites, the major problem is that the outdated plugins. So the outdated version plugins, we have to install and re-plugin the current version. So likewise, so you can see these kind of. So this is the normal site report. So I will show the WordPress exact WordPress site report and vulnerabilities. So you can see here, this is the exact WordPress site vulnerability report. So here are some, there is no critical. The high, medium, and what is meant by the mixed is you just don't focus on mixed, only focused on the high critical, and also that informational disclosure and low. So you can see here the jQuery 1.2, the version is in 1.2, or less than 3.51, the multiple accesses possibilities. So here the description. So according to the self-reported version in the script, the version of jQuery hosted on the remote web server. So the solution is to upgrade to jQuery version 3.5.0. So whenever come to the WordPress site, the tool mention that gather all the service used, what are the plugins used, and what are the version used. If the version is outdated, it mentioned as vulnerability, and it gives solution what is the current version and update to the version. So likewise, you can see everything. So the plugin detects which SSL ciphers are supported by the remote service for encrypting communication. So likewise, you can open everything, and also they set the description to solve the vulnerabilities also. So you can see here the family where the vulnerability is origin. So it's a SSL, it's a general, and the CGI abuse excesses, and HTTP it comes under the web server, and likewise you can see that the service detection, port scanner, etc. So you can understand the difference between the normal site vulnerabilities and also the WordPress site vulnerabilities. When it comes to the normal site vulnerabilities, it's XSS and the SQL injection. But when it comes to the WordPress site vulnerabilities, it's fully focused on the plugins, outdated plugins. So we saw that sample reports. So this is about the installation of Nessus and setup and how to start the basic scan and how to the one thing. So here I missed one thing. So you can see here that the report. If you click report, but the one problem is in Nessus only the professional users only can get report because it comes under premium. So you can analyze in the local host after the scan completion. You can take note and use it. If you need report, you have to use the premium version. So by if you are in the premium user, you can click the report and just you can choose the file type PDF or HTML or the Word or whatever maybe. You can click that and you can download directly from the Nessus tool. So then comes to the installation of OpenVAS. So same as the Nessus, when you just start from the sudo apt update that system, and the you not there is no necessary to any registration or download the Nessus package from the official website. You just you can download directly by using the sudo apt install GVM. So GVM green vulnerability management. So I said that in the earlier when it comes to the zap tool, it's a name in the terminal ZA proxy, and Nessus the name for Nessus D. Likewise, the OpenVAS name in the terminal, it's GVM, Greenbone Vulnerability Management. That way I installed the GVM. So the hyphen the Y is for the approval for the S for the upcoming authentication. So we just give the sudo apt install GVM hyphen Y. So one thing you just remember, after completing the Nessus, you just give sudo. Just check the status once again. So you can see here the status, the state in the active and running, and also the service is enabled. After using the Nessus, if you want to stop, you should not give just Control C. You have to stop the service. So you just give sudo systemctl and stop necessity, and now and also disable, and then check the status. So you can see here the service is not running and inactivate, and the service also disabled. Likewise, this is the proper way to stop the service, or else it will run in the background. So you can see here the state listen. There is no state for the Nessus. So after that, so you have to update your system whenever you are going to install anything. So give sudo apt install gvm -y. So what the y mean? If you so I have already installed that way. The GVM is set that already the newest version. So after the you have to wait for the installation process. It take some time, and after the installation, just move to the GVM setup. So I have already set up that. So that way it completed. So if you are for installing for the first time, if you setting up the GVM first time, it take up to 10 to 15 minutes. So you have to wait. Then after the GVM setup, check check the setup. Yes, the before check the setup, you have the remember one thing. The important thing in the installation of OpenVAS. Uh, After the GVM setup, at the end, the password will be shown in that end. You have to note the password. Not problem if you no note. You can change the password after your installation. If you forgot to note the password. So after the GVM setup, so check up the setup. So sudo GVM, I can check up setup. So you can see here, it will check up the setup one by one. If it is fine, it will say okay, okay. Up to there is, I think, up to for 11 to 12 steps. You have to wait until in this GVM checkup setup, it install the default configurations and for plugins everything. So it may take up to 20 minutes, I think so. So your patient is very must. After the GVM setup, so you noted the password, I think so. If you forgot me, no worries, you can change your password after installation. So just after completed GVM checkup setup, just see the status of the GVM. So you can see here, so same as the Nessus, the service is activating start but not in running. And also, yeah, I have already enabled this. That way, it's in enabled. If in your system it's if it is disabled, just give the command and sudo systemctl and enable. So I will show that. So here, check the status. If it is in disabled, you just give here. So because it's already in enabled, that way it's better. So after that, so after the enable, you just start sudo gvm start. So after this, just see here, just go to that browser, like as the Nessus. You have to go on. You have to go and open the local host and also the particular port. So you can see here the local host, the port number 9392. So use the gvm start command, it will start. So if you wait min, it will automatically open the local host and throw the port 9392 or else. So yeah, you can see here at the end. So yeah, you can see here at the end here. So through this link, if you can access through this link. Yeah, after opening that, this is the user entry of the OpenVAS. So first thing, you have to you already noted the password. You have to enter the password. So I have noted and paste in the text editor. So this is the interface of the OpenVAS. So here also you have to so you after installing the OpenVAS, after enter into the OpenVAS, you can see here that administration. So after clicking the administration, you can see here the feed status. So whenever you open the tool OpenVAS, the plugins automatically updated. You have to wait up to the completion of the update. So you can see here synchronization issue, scanner is still starting. So you have to wait until completing all these four. After completing this, you can only able to scan. So after the plugins updated, these the things will be in another different color. I will show in the presentation. So how to use the OpenVAS to scan the automated. So here, so and also at the right side top corner, the admin to the profile is there. You just click this and the settings will be there. So you can see here the current password. You can click the password, change password to enter you enter your desired password instead of the long password. So come to the dashboard. So in the left side top corner, you can see here the scan. Just click the scan. So then at the second one, click the task. So you can see here, yeah, the in between the symbol, the magic like a magical symbol. Just click that, and also the task wizard. Click this. So here is the input field for the target. You can give your target IP or also the target URL. So we can't if you give means, wait, I will show that the plugins are updated. So if you give start scan, it will show that failed to create a new task because the default scan configuration is not available, because you have to wait until the plugins configuration should be up to date. After the updation, even in the Nessus and also the OpenVAS, you have to wait for all the things update and configuration, then only you are able to scan. So I will show the report. I have already scanned. So after the scan completion, you can see kind this. So the in the Nessus same like this, you have already seen that like this. differentiate the vulnerabilities based on the severity, the critical, high, and medium, low, and the informational wise. And also in although the bar chart, you can easily identify the severity level also. So here are the vulnerabilities. So this is the report. In OpenVAS, there is no restriction to download the report, so you can download the report after the scan completion. So you can see here. So I said already that you can get a quick report in the Nessus, but and also the user interface is very fine. You can directly give the target to scan, start the scan. But when it comes to OpenVAS, this is a basic scan. That way we there is a limited steps. But when it comes to advanced scan and any another domain, it takes some steps, more steps. So you can see here the vulnerabilities. So X server, procedure, SQL, weak passwords, and vulnerabilities are listed here. And also you can see here the severity. So the severity level based on the points 10, 9 up to the based on the points, the medium why it is prioritized, and also the QOD by mean the quality of document, how much we searched about the vulnerability. So here you can see even though the 5.8 medium, the 99% QOD by mean strong proof of concept, strong details for this vulnerability. When it comes to high, even though it's a severity 10 point high, but the QOD is 80% compared to the medium that the HTTP trace access attack, the POC, the vulnerability evidence is less. So here you can see the ports and the port number. So likewise, you can analyze based on the Nessus. You can, if you click the Nessus vulnerabilities, gathered vulnerabilities, it shows the description about the vulnerabilities and also that solution for the vulnerabilities. So likewise, you can installation and setup. When compared to the Nessus and the OpenVAS, it will give more detailed and elaborated. If you click even though one vulnerability, it say everything about the vulnerability from up to bottom. So likewise, you have to install and configure. The key point about the both installation, this is the powerful, both the tool are powerful and also both have the difficulties in the setup and configuration and need more time for the setup and configuration. So up to 30 minutes to 40 minutes for the installation and setup for the each tool. That way I can't able to do in the live session. That way I install the yearly, and also for the scan report generation also need more time to generate the report. So you have to wait. That way I took the scan report earlier and showed here. So in the NSS, you have to register earlier, and the activation code you have to get in the mail. You have to note that. And when it comes to the OpenVAS, after the GVM setup, you have to note the password at the end. It's very important. If you, it's not problem. If you are forgot it, you can come into the OpenVAS after the installation. You can change your password. So that's all about our session, today's session. And I hope you all understand. If any queries, you can ask in the comment section. So guys, thank you for the participant. Connect with us for the upcoming session. Thank you so much.